Dire Straits is one of the best bands I've heard so far on this journey of reacting to music on this channel. They have this fantastic blend of music with blues type pianos, they've got this folk style element of lyricism to them, and they've got those fantastic rock guitars by Mark Knopfler. And I also find the music to be quite cinematic. Certainly Telegraph Road, the last song that I listened to, was cinematic. And just like Telegraph Road, this track is a donator requested track by the same person. This is Sylvie's request. She must be a big Dire Straits fan, which I have no problems with because they make awesome music. Now this comes off their 1985 album, which is much further in their discography. I've heard them a lot in that initial debut album, that phenomenal album. And I also heard them in Love Over Gold too. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of the evolution of the band. So here we go. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Here we go. This is Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. This is the extended version of the track, the 7-minute long version. If you are new to the channel, hit subscribe, join our awesome community because we do tons of videos like this, breaking down and analyzing all kinds of different music. Here we go. I love that they take the time to really build up atmosphere in the beginning of a lot of their songs. They did it certainly the same way in Telegraph Road. This one has thunder. Eerie synths. Love that guitar, man. Poetic.
These mist-covered mountains are a home now for me, but my home is the lowlands, and always will be. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms.
That guitar is so emotional, man. Heartbreaking.
Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your suffering as the battle raged high, and though it hurt me so bad, in the fear and alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms.
I love the sentiment of this song. I don't think I've heard many songs like this. This is like a thank you, or almost like a love letter to the people you've gone to war with. Very interesting. I love this first verse of this idea that these were like almost like farm boys, you know, who happen to find themselves in mist-covered mountains now, but someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms. I think what he means by that isn't just that the war is going to finish, but perhaps death, right? In death, you'll return to heaven where your home once was. All in all, brilliantly. It's sad. It's got a sad sense in the atmosphere, but it's in a good way, you know. It's like a cathartic release. It's very emotional.
we live in different ones.
I think it's really fitting that you have the idea of like almost like church organs in the background, because you could imagine this maybe taking place at a funeral of one of his brothers who is lost. It's a very poetic track, even in the sound of the guitar, but specifically in these verses. I really love this bridge. So it's literally like a sonnet. There's so many different worlds, so many different suns, which is an interesting idea, right? What do we orbit around? What do our lives orbit around? We all seem to have our own things that we kind of fixate on, or our worlds revolve around, and we have just one world, but we live in different ones. Beautiful little verse there.
Sun's gone to hell. The moon riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die, but it's written in the starlight, in every line in your palm.
Great line.
We're fools to make one, all our brothers in arms.
Just before the instrumental outro, I want to just highlight how much I love that line, because but it's written in the starlight and every line in your palm. One way to take that is the scars that are left on your hands, but at the same time, I think it's talking about destiny, right? The idea that your death is in a way preordained. You know, the lines in your hands, you have tellers or psychics who say that they can read your palms and tell you when you could die, where you're going to die. So I think that's what he meant when he followed it up with, it's written in the starlight and every line in your palm. The idea of fate, it's all there. It can be read by someone. Really cool line. The organs are beautiful, man. It's all starting to rise up. Ooh. Very poignant track. Loved it. It's simple in its nature, but it really allowed for the atmosphere and the kind of biggest message of the track to come through, I think, fantastically well in its simple structure. I want to quickly talk about, it did my pet peeve. The thing that I hate the most in rock music is that they do these fade outs, man, at the peak of the guitar solos, and it's almost every track. where it's like, dude, we've waited this whole time for this epic finale, and we were there, right? That it's going away. It's going away into the distance. I understand it's for an effect, right? Especially in this sense, I think it fits a little bit better. The idea of his brother passing away and the idea of the music fading away. But you can hear in the distance how good that guitar solo is, and I wish I could actually hear it. You know, that's the only kind of issue I have with it. It's like, that's the best part of the track. He's really going off in the guitar solo. I wish I could hear it. But no, that's neither here nor there, man. This is a great track. It's a lot more simple than the other Dire Straits songs. They were musically much more full of different parts, especially the pianos were going off, all kinds of different guitars coming in and out. But again, that's to do with the sentiment of the track, which is quite beautiful, man. It's a tribute to his brother, or Mark Knopfler playing a character perhaps of a friend of his who he went to war with. And again, I really loved that last verse too. That was fantastic. We're fools to make war on our brothers in arms. That idea of like, even the person on the other side, it would be your friend, would be your brother, if, you know, circumstances were different. Cool track, man. Dire Straits, they've not missed yet. So thanks once again to Sylvie for donating.